What's going on, everybody? This is Living in Arizona Now, and today I'm going to show you around Mesa. So we've been showing you all around Queen Creek, we've shown you around Glendale, Chandler, Gilbert. Today is Mesa, the largest suburb in America, the largest suburb in Metro Phoenix, with a population of around 500,000 people. You can see this is Eastmark Park, and it is located here in Eastmark. Eastmark was one of the top master planned communities in the United States when it was being developed, or it originally started getting developed about 10 years ago. It's come a long way. This is all new. So many new homes. Actually, if you were looking for a new home to live in, a new build, or a newer home, come on out here to Eastmark in Mesa. I'm just going to show you around this park because it's kind of cool. I like how they're doing these new innovative styles and designs, really good for families, kids getting inspired by Eastmark Peak here. And yeah, so I'm going to show you a little bit around Eastmark. They have a lot of data centers being built out here, a lot of factories. This is the Superstition Mountains here. Eastmark is on the far east end of Mesa. That's probably why they call it Eastmark. It's the eastern mark boundary. One thing I want to show you, how they did the rock work down here. I've never seen rock work like they did on this bathroom. Basically, they turned rocks into blocks, and that's not fake rock, that's real rock, which is cool. But yeah, so we're going to show you around downtown where they have the Science Museum. Also show you maybe around Sloan Park where the lake area is. Show you some of the history, because there is a lot of history out here. The reason they call it Mesa is because when the Mormons settled there along the Salt River, they would say, hey, up on the mesa, up on the flat area. Yeah, so that's how it got its name, Mesa. Mesa just means flat or table. That's why you'll see something called Table Mesa. It just means flat. So it's a flat land, that's Mesa. But yeah, look at that rock. They put it in this wiry cage. For those of you who do appreciate rock work, that's interesting, right? Here's block work, a little bit different. But actually, when you go in the bathroom, it's kind of cool in there because of the rocks. Anyways, let's do this. So now we'll take a moment to explore some of these neighborhoods. So this is what it looks like, these cookie cutter kind of homes. Very common cookie cutter style. And all the trees are very small because the neighborhood's new, but in time, the trees will grow up and it'll be a lot more green and shaded. They always use those Chinese elm trees, I guess they're called. Those are very common. They're evergreen, basically. Palo Verdes as well, but Palo Verdes get those yellow flowers, and those yellow flowers, even though they're beautiful, they create allergies. It's the #1 cause of allergies in Phoenix, I think. Anyways, the other flowers seem to be fine. But yeah, this is Eastmark neighborhood. We'll continue to show you around a little bit, and then we'll head towards downtown where they got the light rail. All right, so we're here at the Grand Park, or the Great Park as they call it, in Eastmark. You can see they've got like a country club. That's really what Eastmark brands itself as. Resort living. So you kind of get like a resort style. You see this splash pad. We've got the pool over here. Got a restaurant, like a diner here. They've got an organic market where you can buy some fresh grown veggies. I'll go over there now. It's great that they got the diner with the misters. As we walk over here, we got Steadfast Coffees and Tacos. It's April, so they still got some food growing, but about 2 weeks, all those carrots are going to probably have to come up. But yeah, they've got lots of fresh grown vegetables here for you. Anyway, this is the Steadfast Farm. Now let's head to downtown, now that we've seen everything that gives you a taste of what Eastmark has to offer. There's also a really cool pond over there I'm not going to go to, but they built a pond, big old fishing pond for the kids to fish. And here is a look at that community fishing pond here. You can see someone is actually down there fishing. Got a Corvette ripping. Right, so here we are at the mall here. This is the Superstition Mall. And this is probably the big mall in Mesa. We just kind of walk around here. You can see it's a bit older, but at least they've got a lot of the stores still open. We got optometrist, Vision Works, we got shoe department, Bath and Body Works. But yeah, you'll come out here to Superstition Springs. And got a Dillard's over here. There's the Dillard's. Now you know. Now here we are at downtown Mesa. This is Mesa Drive and Main Street. You can see there's the light rail that goes all the way to downtown Phoenix from here. It's called Valley Metro. And I'll show you around downtown here. Looks like you could probably take that for a ride if you wanted. From one stop to another. Maybe I'll do that. So I'm getting a one-time rider pass. They also have the copper card. It's going to cost me $2 to ride it. And it says remove the card. See, does it work? Processing payment and dispensing ticket. I would say that these should be really user-friendly. But so far, I think it's functional, but it's probably too many questions. That's my initial review. A few too many questions. Where's the ticket? Here we go. All right, we got a ticket. And I got my card back. So, there you go. Now we're just waiting for the tram, light rail. Is this a light rail or a tram? Pioneer Park. Right here they have a cool story about a woman who was a little girl here, and she helped her father get lunch when he was building the LDS temple. She said that Mesa Road was like a dirt road. They would have these water trucks that would go down it and keep down the dust. And you can see they tell these other stories about old Mesa, a town that was mostly discovered by Mormons, you could say. But of course, before the Mormons were here, the Native Americans were here. The Papago were the first people, and the Papago were taking the Salt River and creating canals to do farming. And the Mormons actually saw some of those canals and just reused them. The Papago, no one knows what happened to the Papago people. I think they were eventually replaced by, say, the Apaches, Tohono O'odham, some of the other tribes. But yeah, the Papago were kind of like the Aztecs. Everyone kind of, or maybe the Teotihuacanos, the ones that came before the Aztecs, like that. So interesting to know the history, right? But if you go down there, I think it's called Lehi's Crossing or something like that, down there on the Salt River. That was like the first settlement around the Mesa area. It's down there on the Salt River. All right, here comes the Valley Metro. I'm just going to take it down further into Mesa here. Go. Just me and that lady and this cabin. All right, that was a quick ride just down here to Mesa Center Street. I just did that just to get a feel for it. It's got good AC in there, that's for sure, but yeah, this is really the heart of it all. We've got City Hall there. There's Mesa City Hall. And on over here you have the Contemporary Arts, which is actually the Nile Center, I believe is what it's called. Right here on Dr. Martin Luther King Street. So we're gonna go this way though. It's got some interesting stuff down here. Unlike Chandler and Gilbert, I wouldn't say there's going to be too much nightlife at this spot here, but we'll see what kind of shops are open nowadays. So we're coming up to Margaritas. Right here they have the Lost Dutchman coffee and a statue of B. Larkin Fitch. Oh no, W. Larkin Fitch. I don't know exactly who it is, but I'm sure there's an interesting story behind him. So this is Margaritas. You got West Brewing Company. Okay. Margaritas. Look at the West Brewing Company. That's nice. It's Thursday. We've got Misters. What's this? Laying block. We got a block layer. He wanted to be known for laying block. That's John W. Peters, Pete. He was the man who was instrumental in building the masonry, construction, and manufacturing business for over 50 years. I always have thought that construction builders are some of the least respected people. I mean, they get enough respect, but what they build is quite impressive. Here we have a little girl on the bench. Book of the day, as they say. This is Milano's Milano's Music Center. If you like to listen to music, play music, wall of guitars, PA systems. Got Mango's. I've eaten here before at Mango's Mexican Cafe. Oh, Level 1 Club. I think that's new. Arcade bar? Arcade bar. Here's a bookstore. So I'm going to show you the Arizona Natural History Museum they have over here. Now out here in Mesa, I haven't seen any Waymos. If you saw my other videos from Tempe, downtown Phoenix, even Chandler, I was riding Waymos. It's actually looking kind of nice down here, actually, compared to years past. During COVID, this place really got hammered. It looks nice. It'd be nice if they had more restaurants. Maybe they probably need a little bit more shade if they're going to get people out here year round. That would probably help. There's the Nile, actually. Now, theater. There's the Museum of Natural History I'm going to walk over to there. But just give you a good look here at the bear. What's the story behind the bear? Barely fishing. I was so this is Main Street and what? McDonald. Just want to zoom in a little bit and show you old Main Street there. I think this place has some potential. It's gotten better actually over the last couple of years. So we'll give them that. That's progress, right? Keep going, Mesa. You can do it. You can figure out a way to spruce up the downtown area. Biggest suburb in the country. If anyone deserves a bustling downtown, it would be the biggest suburb in the country, right? Because that means they got a lot of people that are willing to have some activities. Here's a wine lounge. That's nice. I wonder what Mesa is doing to encourage, one, businesses to set up down here, and two, to get people to come down here. I'd be curious what efforts they are making. Maybe putting in some apartments or hotels. If they have structures here that are no longer being used, they could replace those and do an urban rejuvenation, like most places around the country have done. There's the Arizona Museum of Natural History with the dinosaur, the T-Rex there. Isn't that cool? That's definitely something that's cool. Another bear here. They put in some effort to getting these statues built. I wonder how much they cost. This is a polar bear and her cub. Well, here's the Natural History Museum inside. Is that a woolly mammoth? Giant tortoise. That armored mammals. All right, so for a veteran it was $9. Regular admission I want to say is like 10 or 11. Kids are a little bit cheaper, but great place to bring kids. I remember we did a field trip down here when I was in elementary school, and I love this place. So this is a good place to go for kids. Oh wow, look at this. Well, look at that. That's amazing, huh? That's cool. This is a cool museum. It's like the Arizona Science Center. I went there too. That was cool. All the dinos. Look at this little guy. Oh wow, look at that. 75,000 years ago. Here's the gold mining pit, so you can practice mining gold here. Okay, so here I am now at Falcon Field. You can see some of these airplanes taking off. This is another airport, and they've got a Arizona Wing CAF museum. So you can see the history museum here, right along Greenfield and McKellips at Falcon Field. Let's go in here. So this is an air base. Former air base, beautiful air base. You can see the flags are at half mast still for the Pope. Commemorative Air Force. Here we are at the Mesa Riverview Park. It's a great park. It's got community fishing, as you can see here. This is one of my favorite parks in all of the Phoenix metro area. It's right next to the Sheraton, and the Courtyard Marriott's right there. So the Sheraton, they call this Wrigleyville, and the reason they call it Wrigleyville is because of the Chicago Cubs. They play spring training here. The Cubs are probably the most famous baseball team to play spring training here. Look at that. Whoa! Duck just came out of nowhere. There he is. Look at that. He like dove down and came up. They're fishing. But you can see the turtles on the rocks. See how long that duck goes down. But the Chicago Cubs play out here. They're probably the most famous spring training team that we have out here. Duck is really underwater for a long time. He still hasn't come up. Hi. And yeah, they're building this area up nicely. They've got this area here, lots of shopping, and then on the other side is the Tempe marketplace. So just on the edge of Tempe here. Yeah, so that duck still has not come back up. He is able to hold his breath for a long time. He's like half fish, half duck. But I just wanted to say, Mesa is a nice place. I'm gonna probably be making a video about the top places to visit here. Now, something interesting right there, that literally looks like a real crocodile. What the heck? That looks like a real crocodile, but it's obviously fake. If it was moving, I would say, who put their pet crocodile in there? But back to the point here. Probably gonna make a video talking about the best places to stay in Phoenix or live. Generally speaking, there's a lot to know about that. Phoenix is a huge city. This is a huge city and area. I mean, going from Santan Valley all the way to Buckeye, if you actually took the surface streets, there's a lot of city in between there. So hope you guys enjoy it. See you on the next one. And here you are at Sloan Park. I just wanted to show you while I'm here. You can see spring trading home of the Chicago Cubs. So, good. Yeah, so it looks like the stadium's open and you can watch a game. Let's see. He's going yard. Oh.